Okay, today I want to take a look at the Artemis Mission. And this is the spiritual successor to Apollo. And this is the current mission that NASA has to go to the moon for the first time, for the second time, unclear. I can definitely see how there is a case to be made for both of those. Now, anyway, that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about the Artemis mission, the current mission we have to go to the moon. Cash Bang 6 is the random word and number that we have, but we're going to take a peek at this. I don't exactly know what questions to ask, so let's just see what comes out, and we'll go from there. Two nines. So we get a 9 of Pentacles and a 9 of Cups, and this is just looking at the Artemis mission in general. Now, it's funny that Cash Bang was the thing that came out because the 9 of Pentacles is about abundance. So this is having the money to get the toys that you want. Now, I suppose as far as any of the companies that are making any of this stuff, this would be a financial windfall for them. And for the government, it would be like, we've got the money to develop this stuff, so let's just buy this cutting edge technology. Buying the toys that make you feel good about yourself. Here, it sits on top of the 9 of Cups, and the 9 of Cups is confusion. So there's financial independence and freedom that stands on top of confusion. So the 9 of Cups on the bottom, to me, is kind of saying that maybe they don't exactly know what they're trying to accomplish in this. Now, all right, there are a line of questions that I do want to ask, but I'm going to just start off looking at the Artemis mission. And so the first launch of Artemis 1 was supposed to happen this morning, today being Tuesday. So Tuesday morning, it was supposed to happen, or Monday. What day is it? It's Monday. Actually, I don't know. But this morning, we'll say. So anyway, it got scrubbed. It didn't happen. Now, let's look at the mission from where they're at right now. And we get a reversed 10 of Wands. So what happened was one of the 4 engines apparently wasn't able to get cooled down enough to handle the liquid hydrogen. There was also a leak in that, and there was something wrong with the vent. So with all of these problems happening, they decided to scrub it. That specific launch that was supposed to happen this morning. Reverse 10 of Wands. So the 10 of Wands is a great burden, but a burden that can be handled. The 10 of Wands reversed is when they're trying to take on too much. And with the 10 of Wands showing up reversed, if they can contract any of it out or all of it out, they probably should do that. Because if it was a person coming to me for a reading and I saw the reverse 10, it would say you've bit off more than you can chew, and if you need help, you should ask for it. Now, let's just see where this energy goes, because this morning was a good example of this. But what are they setting themselves up for? And we get a 7 of Cups. This is probably a direct sort of back to the drawing board sort of thing. But the 7 of Cups is creativity, so they're going to have to do a little more creative problem solving. But this is not an action card. This is more the creation side. I mean, creation is action, but this isn't like a mission. This is trying to prepare for the mission, but being intuitive and creative. They're going to have to deploy some of their intuition and creativity in NASA. So Okay. Now, because of I've been really, really studying the Apollo missions because of all that's come out in the cards about the moon, right? So I've been studying the Apollo missions, and I'm still very much on the fence as to whether any of the Apollo missions actually went to the moon. I could see either side. Um, there's evidence kind of to support that we didn't, and evidence to support that we did. But my real question, as far as Artemis goes, do the people involved in the Artemis project, do they know what waits for them on the moon? Do they have any idea what waits for them there? And as far as a yes or no, the star would be a yes. Um, huh, that's a powerful yes too. So they do know what is on the moon. Now, okay, my question, I guess, is going to be if the people in charge of the Artemis mission, if they have permission to go to the moon, because there's a lot of theories that the reason we stopped going to the moon before is because we did not have permission to be there because there was already something there. Um, so, do they have permission? We get an Eight of Cups, and the Eight of Cups is basically like letting go of old baggage. So, I guess this is kind of them saying, fuck it. Like, whatever the deal was before, they're just like not going to worry about it. And they kind of want to start fresh. And the star would actually show sort of a renewal in that way. Now, looking at the Artemis mission, will the Artemis mission be successful in sending a human to the moon? We get this whole big stack came out. So I'm going to prioritize the first one, and whenever a glob this big comes out, they can be a little convoluted. But we'll start with the first one. So, will they be successful? The Six of Wands says yes, they will. Now, we have a lot of other stuff here. So, if I just look at this, my next question would be about timing. So, how long will it take them to get there? Wow. So, we get a Six of Swords. Now, there's a few things coming out of this because this is the airship, right? But the Six is not a major arcana card, so this is not necessarily a matter of years. In fact, I would put this at like 6 months. Now, that seems a little soon since they couldn't even get Artemis 1 off, and Artemis 1 isn't the one that's supposed to bring humans to the Earth or to the moon. That's going to be Artemis 2. Um, but this says that it's certainly going to happen sooner than later. So this is not 6 years, not 6 decades. I would read it as 6 months, but we'll see. Now, let's just see what else comes out because I'm not really sure. Oh, yeah. I guess I would ask if there's going to be a fucking tragedy in the Artemis mission before there is success. And let's just look at these other two because that makes sense to do. Couple of queens and a 10 of cups. So we get the Queen of Cups, and here she's giving her devotion to the 10 of Cups, which is her family, the happy reunited family. And that all sits on top of a Queen of Wands. None of these are bad cards. None of these are showing tragedy at all. So this would tell me that the Artemis mission should be pretty free and clear of, like a challenger type deal. As they move forward to put humans on the moon, which it looks like they will succeed in doing. Okay. I know there has to be a next question. So, will this inflame relations between people and whatever the fuck it is that's on the moon? Is this going to cause some inflamed situation? Ace of Swords reversed. Probably so. It looks like, I mean, so the Ace of Swords is about taking matters into your own hands, sort of taking full control and responsibility. The Ace of Swords reversed, this is like not having any control of something, or like sort of having a tyrant control you. And I would read that reversed Ace of Swords as it probably is going to cause some problems between humans and whatever it is that is on the moon. Okay. Now, I guess I'll just ask about the next. Oh my god, half the deck just fell on the ground. About the next launch, the first actual launch, or the next attempt of Artemis 1, right? Will it be successful? And we get a Knight of Wands, and I would read this as a success. Impulsive journey, and weird. There's one thing that's a little weird about this, because here in this card, the knight, he kind of gets fused and becomes a part of his steed, this bug, right? So I don't know, maybe somebody stays there, or just becomes one with the ship somehow. I don't know what the fuck that means. I guess time will tell. But that's what we get here for Artemis, and as a space guy, and I love Star Trek. I want to be a part of Starfleet. So for all of that within me, I wish these people luck and success, and I hope they succeed, and I hope we actually get to solve the mysteries of the moon, um, and hopefully make some peace with whatever it is that dwells there currently. But that's what we get for now. If you have any other ideas about the cards or any other angles you want me to hit it from, let me know, and peace.